introduced to the Universe 6 equivalent of Frieza, Frost, we thought that he was different than Frieza, a freedom fighter who actually worked with the Saiyans of Universe 6 to stop terrorism and free planets from tyranny. Then we soon found out that he was the opposite of that, a cunning and shrewd businessman, not to mention also a cheater, who would create artificial wars and manipulate both sides and then come out on top by selling the planet to the highest bidder once it's been ravaged by war. Frost lied. He lied to all of us in all the universes. And then the question became, well, is there any member of Frieza's race who's not an absolute prick? Are they just inherently evil by nature? Allow me to introduce you to the one saving grace of the entire Frieza race, and his name is Froze.
This is Lord Beerus, and unless you want your planet destroyed, subscribe to Geekdom 101. It's even better than pudding.
Even though Froze is a character that appears exclusively in Dragon Ball Heroes and has not appeared in Dragon Ball Super, I still think it's worth talking about this character because I find his origin story fascinating. And when I said he was a member of Frieza's clan, I actually should put an asterisk on that because Froze is in fact human. That's right, he is a human being born in Satan City. You see, the way that the Dragon Ball Heroes Victory Mission manga works, which was, by the way, written by Toyotaro, who is currently in charge of the Dragon Ball Super manga, is that you have human players playing the Dragon Ball Heroes video game within the universe of the actual comics, creating avatars within the game that represent themselves, and that is how we got the character of Froze, who pretty much represents the heroic Frieza clan in the Dragon Ball Heroes universe. Of course, if you play Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which most of you guys have done, you can create Frieza race characters. Same concept here, except that Froze actually became an integral part of the story. Now, the original design of Froze, along with other members of Frieza's clan for Dragon Ball Heroes, came from the pen of Akira Toriyama himself. And the first time that we see Froze within the Dragon Ball Heroes video game, he actually is helping Goku and beat the main character of Heroes, defeat Lord Slug on a mysterious planet, thus proving to our heroes that not every member of Frieza's race has sinister motives. Later on, Froze would actually be seen competing with Frieza face-to-face, one-on-one, before legendary Super Saiyan Broly came in and stopped the fight. Dragon Ball Heroes is so awesome, isn't it? So as newer releases of the game came out, Froze obviously got some upgrades, including some higher class upgrades to make him more powerful, until finally achieving what's considered the God class upgrade, which is Golden Froze, which is of course his ultimate evolution, much like Golden Frieza in the Resurrection F story. Now, what's interesting to me is that in the Dragon Ball Heroes Victory Mission manga, where Froze is actually a human being playing the game, he comes off like the Dragon Ball equivalent of like a Gary Oak, to where, if you remember from old Pokemon, Gary Oak wasn't really like a malicious, evil dude. He was just the antagonist, very competitive, a little bit sneaky, a little bit arrogant, so to speak. That's kind of how Froze starts out, but by the time the manga progresses, Froze does get recruited into being a member of the Dragon Ball Heroes team. And at one time, in the Dragon Ball Super Victory Mission manga, he has to face off against the team of Chilled, Cooler, Frieza, Frieza's son Kuriza, all at the exact same time. So this dude's got a big set of stones, even though I know Frieza race members don't really have testicles. You know what I mean. So what do you think about the concept of Froze? Do you like the idea of a good version of the Frieza clan like in Xenoverse? Would you like to see a character like this introduced into the main Dragon Ball continuity?